What is going on, my friends? I'm neverXpected from Houston, Texas, and this is my cryptocurrency YouTube channel. I review coins and tokens, talk about ICOs, and every once in a while I do a little bit of technical analysis, but I'm still learning that side of things. Today, I'm going to talk about a token that was actually brought to me. That's kind of one of the perks of having this channel, is every once in a while I get messages from people saying, hey, check out this particular coin or token. This particular one, called Celsius Network, was actually brought to me by this guy, Tony D. He sent me a message and said, hey, have you heard of this token? I think it's really interesting. I'd be interested in having you look at it and tell me what you think. So again, Tony, appreciate that. And if you guys ever have a particular coin or token, I know some other people have sent me messages, but send me a message. I'll try my best to get to it. I don't do videos as much as I used to right now just because life is super busy. But I do try to at least read your messages. I will try to respond to every single one of them in due time. And if I like it enough, maybe I'll do a review. Even if I don't like it, maybe I'll do a review and explain why I don't like it. But at least I'll give you my honest feedback and opinion from it. So thanks, Tony, for sending this my way. So Celsius Network, let me tell you real quick what it is in a nutshell, and then I'll do what I always do, which is go over the metrics of the social side of things, and then we'll hop back into the information about the coin or the token for this one. So this one is Celsius Network, building a peer-to-peer decentralized lending and borrowing platform. Those are the two main aspects of it. It's going to be taking cryptocurrency, putting in a wallet, and you can lend it out, or you can put cryptocurrency in, and you can basically borrow against that cryptocurrency for fiat in return for what you have held in your wallet. Go ahead real quick and I'll show you their YouTube channel, 243 subscribers. They actually, so interestingly enough, they have quite a bit of YouTube videos out there and frequent FAQ section of videos that they try to explain things. They've done a lot of press releases. I'm surprised they're not bigger than they are currently right now. Let me see, I think it's this one here. So they have 2 days left on their token sale, but still, I mean, they have quite a few. Let's see how many videos they have here. I mean, they have enough in here. You can kind of see all the different videos. They don't get as many views as I would have expected, but they do try to go through different things. What's the difference between Celsius and Salt? Do I pay back my interest in CEL, which is the token acronym, or in dollars? What is Celsius? They go through a lot of different things. The CEO, Alex, and founder, has quite a few videos on here. They even show, I watched one of these videos, I forgot which one of these two, but it showed, how the lending concept kind of works on their alpha stage of their mobile wallet. So they do quite a decent job of trying to explain, who they are and what they're trying to accomplish. So I was surprised that they didn't have more views or subscribers, but they are still very new. And right now in this crypto space, you got two things going. Number one, you have all these other coins and tokens that are coming into the space, so that's you're fighting against all that other noise out there. Two, you have let's see, Google, Facebook, Google and YouTube tied together, Facebook, Reddit, and now even Twitter has mentioned that they're going to try to ban any type of advertising. So, they're limited, I would imagine, more so than the previous ICOs that were out there that could have promoted. They're limited now. How do you go about paid promotion when all these major places, I'm sorry, my cat's running around, all these major places have shut you down from an advertising standpoint. So, that is difficult. I don't know how that's going to affect the new players in the market compared to the old players, but I imagine they will, absolutely, in my opinion. Their Twitter, again, not super big. I've seen a lot larger, but, they're in the midst of a downward trend in the crypto market as far as, everything as far as price goes, and with all the banning of the advertisements, it's tough. 144 readers on Reddit. I just subscribed myself today, so about 15 currently online being active within the subreddit there, so not too many. Their Telegram had 7,000 people in it, so that's a decent size. And their Facebook, actually, oddly enough, this is the first time I've ever seen Facebook beat out any other platform, when it comes to cryptocurrency. Typically, what I found is Telegram is kind of number one, then following a Reddit or Twitter being number two, and then last would be Facebook, and usually it's a distant last, but this one is actually leading as far as between all their social platforms. So kind of different, kind of interesting. So I'm not going to go too much into this because we'll talk about the description of it within their actual website in here in a second. This video here goes into, it's just I think it's like a, 6-minute video. I won't play it. Yeah, I think it's like a 6-minute video, and I watch it. It goes through like how you can basically, the person input ETH and then lent out ETH. Now, as far as I understand, the lending side of things isn't going to be kicked in right away. I don't believe, and I'll have to double check as we read through here. I think that's on the second stage, but this is just their alpha. It's not actually out there yet. Sell is the name of the token. Their pre-ICO price, they said it's going to be 20 cents. Their, I guess, once it hits exchanges, I want to say it's 30 cents. Now, and again, I say this on all my other videos, I don't touch ICOs anymore. I don't even think I could, even if I wanted to, being in the United States. But even if I could, I wouldn't. I don't. I think there are too many. I'm not trying to talk bad about ICOs. There are too many chances, in my opinion, for people who are just brand new to possibly get scammed. And I'm not saying I would get scammed. I feel like I have a little bit better eye to pick a scam out compared to maybe most people because I've been in it long enough and I'm very, very cautious about those things. But why take the risk? And a lot of times I find anyways, once things hit in exchange, they go up, they go down, you can get it at a decent price, and you're already on exchange. So I typically usually wait. It's up to you guys. Soft cap is 15 million. Their hard cap is 50 million. And like I said, they have about 2 days left on here. So let's go ahead and hop into, let me go back. Let's see. Oh, real quick, before we actually go to the main website. So I found this on Crunchbase. I was just kind of scrolling through, and I thought it was kind of interesting. They have their tweets down here. This is actually from the Celsius Network main Twitter handle. And down here, there was a post which I clicked on, which is this guy over here. And it says, Celsius never ceases to amaze me for the dedication and love to the community and project. HODL for the people, by the people. And it's kind of interesting. This was actually posted today, about 7 hours ago, where he got all these these goodies in here, stickers, shirts. I think that's a shirt or something. I don't know what this is down here. And then an actual letter that says, we're so happy to have you on board. Thank you. That's different and unique. I've never actually seen a cryptocurrency company do that, and I'm not saying that's necessarily going to make me throw their money right at, but that's cool. The fact that they actually have taken an extra layer, an extra step to, give back. I'm assuming he actually invested in the ICO stage to give back to somebody who's been, active and involved in their thing. That's a pretty cool thing to me. So, I like the fact that they're very visible. The CEO's face, founder's face is out there. The fact that they're actually connecting and sending people actual stuff is kind of cool too. So that was kind of interesting. I just kind of stumbled upon it. I figured I'd throw that out there at the beginning. All right, so back to what is Celsius Network, the peer-to-peer decentralized lending and borrowing platform. So it talks in here about crypto cash, yes please, cashback, yes please. Your Celsius wallet will enable you to earn interest on your crypto holdings. And my understanding, and I could be wrong, but my understanding is I think, and now I don't want to lie to you, so I don't know how many different coins and tokens they actually accept in the wallet. But I assume in the video it shows somebody putting in 1 Ethereum and then they're gaining the Celsius back for holding the 1 Ethereum in their wallet. And as far as I know, here, I'll just read this part right here because it talks about it. Your Celsius wallet will enable you to earn interest on crypto holdings. When you deposit your coins, you'll join the decentralized lending pool and earn daily interest. So my understanding, this is the reason why I know some people might be immediately looking at this and going, ugh, I'm kind of scared of this whole entire lending and getting something back. Look at BitConnect. This was a lending platform. How is this different? And so what I would say from my understanding is the difference with a BitConnect is you actually took your Bitcoin and threw it over there and said, hey, give me BitConnect in return, and then BitConnect crashed, and all of a sudden, what are you holding? They're holding your Bitcoin, which hasn't crashed. Well, hasn't crashed as bad. Bitcoin's low. But I'd still hold the Bitcoin if I could choose between the two guys. And then But this one, all you're doing is you're taking your coins and your tokens and you're putting it in a wallet and then getting something back in return for that. So it's like a proof of stake concept type deal, right? You're putting it in, you're getting something back for it, or you're getting sell back for it. That's my understanding of how this particular thing works. You don't actually, as far as I know, and I could be wrong, but I don't think you actually you don't give up the coins per se to get something in return, and then if you want to sell it back, you just hold it in that particular wallet. So it's kind of a win-win. Why not, right? That would be that concept. Cash loans against your coin. So we're building a lending platform for the crypto community to reap the benefits of the futures market and margin lending without the profits going to traditional financial institutions. So essentially you could say, I have 100 ETH and you want to get some cash against it. They hold that as collateral. And I don't know how much they give you in return. I don't know all the specifics of that. But in a sense, you wouldn't lose your crypto, you get actual fiat, you do whatever you want with the fiat, you pay the loan back, and then you get your crypto back. They did mention somewhere in their white paper, and I'll have to find it as we go through, where I'm assuming if you don't pay your loan, they have to have details about it, but if you don't pay your loan in a certain amount of time, and it's past that designated time frame, then they have the right, Celsius has the right to sell that crypto to basically recoup any of their potential losses, given the fact that you have not paid back your fiat or the loan back. It goes in here, just talks about how many downloads they've received, and you can see right in here it says enter the amount of crypto you'd cuts off here you'd maybe like to use. I'm assuming it says like over here. I just made that up. Like to use as collateral in order to get something loaned. So it says ETH collateral 100. And then BC, what does that say? BC collateral 2.5. And then you click here and it says estimate loan. I have not actually downloaded this app yet, which I probably should have before the video now that I'm thinking about it, but I didn't download that. Before we go down further into the details, I thought it was kind of cool. They have a bunch of videos, and you can see all the videos here if you're interested. One with Gary Vee. They don't actually, Gary Vee and Alex don't go back and forth necessarily discussing, per se, Celsius Network specifically, but they do talk about technology and the adoption of different technology and different things. So it was kind of cool to see. I'm a big fan of Gary Vee. Talks about Wall Street and getting late into the game with cryptocurrency. I'll skip that because that wasn't super important. Let's go down here. So let's see. I thought there was another section in here that went into more detail, and maybe I made a mistake. It's probably on the white paper, so we'll have to hop into that here in a second. But first and foremost, okay, so Alex, this is one of the things that I like to look for, and I talk about this on my reviews and about the coins and tokens. I like to see solid teams, and especially the guy at the top. And Alex actually seems to hit that right on the head. It talks in here, so apparently he's got with over 30 patents. His first company IPO'd on the NASDAQ. He's raised over $1 billion with over $3 billion in successful exits. He was the original patent of the voice over IP, and now is working on money over internet protocol. So he's got a ton of connections, a ton of real world experiences that were successful. He seems to be a winner, and I like to follow winners. I like to find people that everything they touch typically turns to a positive, profitable thing. And I'm not saying everything he has touched has done that. I haven't done enough research to say, he hasn't failed at anything. Because, guys, everybody fails at something. I mean, but the successful people move on from the failures and typically have more success than failures. And it seems like he's had a lot of success. He seems to be very innovative, and all the videos I've watched of him, I've liked it. I haven't disliked anything about it. So everything about him has been positive, and he by far is the focal point, and he plays that role well. He plays the face of the particular coin or token and company well. He's on a lot of videos. He's on a lot of different interviews. He's not hidden at all, and I like that. I like the fact that he's very, very visible. Down to their advisors, this co-founder of Evercoin, Syrian Labs. In fact, one of my last reviews on a coin was on Syrian Labs. Their co-founder and president is also an advisor. Another guy over here of a capital company. They have operating director at GoDaddy, so they do have some decent advisors in here, which I like to see. They have I want to say about 8 people on their executive team. So they have an executive team, they have a tech team, and they have a core team. And I like that. They broke it down specifically. They said these are the executive level where we're going to be driving the vision. Then you have your tech guys who are going to be building behind, and then you have your core team, which I believe is going to go more into maybe the social media and the marketing side of things. But they had. I'm not going to lie to you off the top of my head. I would say I think it was 8 executive, maybe about 8 core, and then about maybe the same. So maybe about 24, 25 people I think in total on the team. I didn't do a complete count. So it was a decent size. I did like to see that in there. All right. I thought there was more on here, and I missed it. Okay, so it's got to be on the white paper that I read the rest. So let's go ahead and hop on over to here's the team part. So you got the main guy, Alex, in here. It talks about all his different, I don't know if it's called Arbanet. I think that's how you pronounce it. IPO'd in 2004, so he's been around in this game, in companies for quite a while and done very well. Transit Wireless, valued at $1.2 billion at the time of exit. So, Ernst & Young award, I forgot about that. He also did a Crane's 2010 Top Entrepreneur, prestigious 2000 Albert Einstein Technology Medal. So I mean, he's a pioneer. He's a visionary in my opinion. When you start to read all the different things that he's been part of, author patents with covered aspects on smart grid, ad exchanges, Twitter, Skype, App Store, Netflix. I mean, he seems to me to be a winner, and I like to follow winners. So it's a very nice thing to see. Here's the team. I won't go through all the details, but this is their what they call their executive team. So you got 2, 4, 6. I was wrong, so it wasn't 8, it was 6. Their tech team down in here, if you want to read all their different qualifications, with what their expertise is in. But they got 3, 6, 7, 8, and then their core team, which is going to be sales, risk management. You got 3, 6, 9, 12, and 14. So that passes my personal team size of what I prefer. I talk about between 5 and 6-ish. Anything more than that is really what I prefer to see. Anything less than that, I get concerned. Are you going to be able to complete the project fast enough, hit the deadlines, and have connections to pick up the phone and call the people you need to call to move on? And then you have advisors in here, as we mentioned earlier, 7 different advisors. So that's good. I do like to see that. The videos I just showed in here, they got reviews. They left a blank spot for my review right there. Should be next. I'm just kidding. No, maybe not. That'd be cool if it was. Their interviews, you can read. You can see all the different interviews. Like I said before, I like the fact that the CEO has his face everywhere. He's over, a couple dozen different videos. They're not all in here. You can go to the YouTube, and he's in conferences. He's out and about. He's not hidden. He's out and about. I like that. I think that's a very good thing. And then they go into their FAQs. So there can be a lot of questions answered in that. All right, the white paper should have a lot more, so we'll discuss this. And I won't keep it too much longer, guys, because it's pretty kind of basic as far as the general concept. You have you get basically you earn cryptocurrency if you hold in a wallet, and then you can borrow lending, and then you can borrow if wanted. So the crypto collateral members will be able to borrow USD against their crypto holdings in the wallet, which will be used as collateral. The goal is to allow anyone who is in need of cash to borrow from the Celsius platform without having to sell their cryptocurrency holdings, and that's a big deal to me too. It was painful even tonight as I was making some transfers from some of the exchanges over to different wallets, and I'm like, oh man, like I'm losing all my crypto as I'm just getting it off the exchange. It's rough. I hate to lose it because I feel like I'm a long-term hodler, and it's a big pill to swallow. But again, this is one of those things. You might need fiat. Everybody at one point in time is going to need fiat to pay for something or do whatever. but you don't really want to lose it right now, but it's an option. This is your bridge between the two of being able to keep it and get the fiat you want, and then get it back as long as you obviously live by the terms that they put out. Take loans, dollars against cryptocurrency will be available immediately after the Celsius tokens are issued. Crypto interest in the future, so they haven't done it yet as far as I know, and I mean they're saying it right here, it's not implemented yet. Through the Celsius network, deposited by members into their Celsius wallet. It'll be available on the network immediately, or for immediate borrowing and shorting. So that's one thing that's kind of coming into the crypto market now, is shorting. As far as I know, it's just really not been a thing. And I kind of wish it was more of a thing, because I think it'd be kind of fun to do. Obviously risky, not a financial advisor, so do your own trading style, whatever. But I do think it is something that people would want. I think it's something that is in demand. So coins are lent for members from members' wallets to begin to accrue interest in the form of Celsius tokens, CEL, allowing members to earn up to 9% annual interest rate per transaction. They have an asterisk right here, and it says this functionality is not just yet available. Sorry, it's kind of hard to read because let's see if I can make this larger. Is not yet available and will be rolled out in the future. This functionality may be conditional on regulatory approvals, which Celsius will obtain as a condition for rolling out these features. So, but again, this is not some crazy number that they're throwing out there like a BitConnect where it's like 1% a day. 9% is not astronomically crazy. All right. So they talk about the Celsius token at the moment of the token generation event will have the utilities including the ability to become a member of the platform and community, the ability to deposit your cryptocurrencies in the wallet, the ability to apply for dollar loans with crypto as collateral, the ability to pay interest on these loans at a discount, and then in the future the CEL token will have additional utilities including allowing members to lend cryptocurrencies in order to gain interest, achieving seniority in the platform which will impact the interest rate gained, get interest rewards on cryptocurrency lend. So I mean, it's kind of interesting. It sounds like the more that you would use the platform, the more perks you would get as time goes on, and that kind of is how I feel about this particular statement in here. It feels to me that it's one of those situations where it's like, you kind of have a build up of your profile, if you will. Is what kind of I got out of that. As the community continues to grow, more people will be able to get loans in dollars using the crypto as collateral, or as they lend their unused coins as credit to other members. Crypto asset holders can get more CEL tokens the more they loan, and borrowers pay less to hedge their positions. As more people join the Celsius ecosystem, the more everyone benefits. The little E equals MC squared, Albert Einstein. It's kind of cool there how they tie that in. They talk about sometimes you just need cash, which just goes back again. They're just talking about their cash in hand, taking the crypto as collateral and putting it in while not also losing your crypto. Again, they go back into the interest, 9% interest on the lent coins. Plan to offer a large array of lending options from 1 day to 1 year contracts, all with highly competitive interest rates. With Celsius, members will be able to easily earn interest on their crypto assets the same way they earn on their savings in the bank, but with much better rates. They talk about the shorting. Hedge fund, family offices, and crypto funds still want to play in the world of cryptocurrency. Fortunately for us, they're willing to pay high fees to do so. So many of them want to short the market. After the token generation event is completed, we will begin working on the platform, which will allow us to make the most of their greed by taking up to 50% cash deposits and charging them interest when they hedge. Let us pass most of these earnings back to the community and lend more dollars to the rest of the Celsius network. So they firmly believe, it sounds like, that the shorting side of things is a very what's the word I'm looking for? Sought after functionality that they want to add into the system. Members who want to borrow dollars against crypto will be charged interest below 10% to further grow the community and invite outside people to buy more crypto. And then they have a roadmap down here on their white paper. So quarter two/quarter3 of 2017 is when the concept was formulated by Alex and the team. They started late, quarter 3 of 2017. They did the white paper, the basics. They did a public announcement at BlockCon, and then they did a private pre-sale. Now, in quarter 1 of 2018, MVP of Wallet prototype was released. They did a website adjustment, and now if you get down into quarter 2, so phase 1 is when they'll try to release their mobile app. Sorry, not phase 1. Well, yes, phase 1, but quarter 2 of 2018, which is their phase 1 of the app, will come out, and the expansion of altcoins will be gradually including more of the top 20 cryptocurrencies for use in their wallet. So I would imagine they're going to start very small when it comes to the options that are allowed to be put into the wallet in the first place for lending and borrowing. That would kind of make sense to me anyways. I don't see them going deep down the CoinMarketCap page, if you will, too far deep in that, because I just, if it was me, I would say start at the top and kind of work my way down anyways. Phase 2 will be late of quarter 3 of 2018, where they're going to first USD loans to be issued with member bank accounts linked to the wallet, and loans to be paid back in USD or in CEL. And then the last part of the roadmap they put on here is the third-party microlender integration and phase 3 of Celsius Wallet. Further integration of new coins, users will begin earning interest. So it sounds like there will be some time before the interest side of things start to kick in. But it is definitely an interesting concept, and they talk about how they're trying to hit it in 2018. 2019, I think, that's all they have is this for 2019. So what they want to try to accomplish that, multiple blockchain type nodes to support the top 20 coins, trading on multiple exchanges, smart algorithms to manage risk, integration with market trading tools in order to short, and an implementation of Ethereum's Plasma proof of stake distributions to Celsius members. So, obviously that's going to rely on Ethereum being able to do the Plasma proof of stake first. Let's see, community lending. There was another section they kind of talk about depositing, coin holders and earning, traders and paying and sell. But there was another part down here I wanted to go into. This is the crowd sale, which we kind of covered that a little bit. Oh, I didn't talk about token supply. 650 million in the total supply is what will be available. Let's see. They show how they're going to distribute the funds, how they're going to use the money roughly. And I guess this would be definitely broken down into different numbers, I'm assuming, based on what they actually end up receiving in the token sale. Let me go past this. There was another spot in here. The flow. Yeah, so Lender Wallet, this is kind of the flow of what they claim to be. So you got the crypto wallet, lending stake pool, coin exchanges, tokens added to account, and unlocked coins on withdraw. And they have an actual breakdown in here of how you can do loaning crypto as collateral. If you want to go through that, excuse me, losing my voice. Receives fiat using debit card, transfer. Explains every little detail about how the functionality work. Even though now you might not have they do have an app, so I don't know if it's on the actual app yet because I haven't downloaded it yet. But I would imagine it's not fully functional, I don't think, at the moment. But don't quote me on that because I haven't downloaded it yet. They show in here how to do a borrower margin trading account and short selling, and they describe exactly how that breakdown will be. And then last but not least, they talk about the Celsius token funds flow and how it's converted from fees paid by borrowers. The fee will also, although charged in fiat, is converted to sell tokens by the Celsius service and distributed to the lender's wallet as a daily interest, and then they break it down. So kind of an interesting concept there. Then they go into their legal side of things. And that obviously they have to, and they talk about in here, the company may not be able to pay any anticipated rewards in the future. And that's the one thing I just affected by new implemented regulations. The one thing we do have to be careful about everything, guys, is every single day these regulations are changing. It's an ever evolving situation, and this is why also I multitude of reasons why I don't touch ICOs and I wait till they hit exchanges, but you just never know what the regulations are going to look like. Granted, this ICO started 4 days ago, so it's almost about over. It has 2 days left, and I don't know how long it's going to take to go from the ICO stage to get your tokens to then be able to put onto an exchange to trade. I don't really know what that looks like, but all in all, the concept is interesting. I'm probably going to wait to actually see it come to fruition. I want to maybe click around in the back end, see how it looks, get kind of feedback from people, and just see what that looks like. I would be more interested in if I understood it correctly, using the wallet as a legitimate wallet, holding coins in there just as a legitimate wallet, because if I can gain interest and sell just by holding my other cryptocurrencies in the wallet, then why not try it out? Now, granted, there are certain cryptocurrencies that you already get that from the proof of stake concept anyways, but I would imagine if there are other coins which you don't get anything, no benefit from just holding on to long term, I would think I could just take those coins, put it in my crypto wallet, and then sell out of it. Again, I don't know if that's exactly how this works, because I haven't really seen details that explains it's like that or not like that. I'm making an assumption off that, so don't necessarily hold my feet to the fire on that. Do your own research on that side of things, but I haven't seen anything that said against that. It just talks about putting coins in and getting interest in return, and it showed Ethereum put in there. So if I did make a mistake on this video, guys, and one of you guys understands a little bit more than I do about this one and said, hey, no, you do have to do this instead of what you explained, please let me know, because what I try to do is in my first comment, I'll pin it to the top if I made an error, like something that's enough that somebody would want to know. That way anybody watching my video and then scrolls through the comments can see the first comment to say, hey, oh, by the way, you should also know this about this particular coin or token. So that's my review on Celsius Network. It's very interesting. I'm going to hold back myself and kind of watch it for a bit to see how it all kind of plays out, because that's my style of investing and trading anyways. I really like the top guy. I like the fact that he seems to be a winner. He seems to have his face out there everywhere, and that to me is a bonus for sure. I don't like kind of in the shadow type teams or anything like that. So my personal opinion, what I personally prefer. The concept's very interesting. I'm going to probably hold off and kind of watch and see how it goes. And if any of you guys actually do hop into Celsius Network and as time goes on, let me know. Let me know what you think, how it's been, just to kind of see, get feedback from you guys. And if there's another coin or token you guys want me to look into, please just leave it in a comment below. Again, if you like the video and like the style, please give me a like and a subscribe if you would. If you dislike the video, give me a thumbs down, and please explain to me what I could do to change my style or my video so that I can provide better information and data for you guys in the future. Alright guys, have a great night.